Hi everyone, let's go ahead and get started with the columns manipulation. In previous sections, we had seen how you can read a file as the data frame, and we did some basic analysis of the data frame. I'm just gonna again copy this code from there and I'm just gonna paste it here, and I'll be also renaming the variable name. Earlier we had the data frame, although it's up to you what choice you make there. So I'm just gonna keep the variable name as the file name here, NBA. Alright, so it would be easier to refer when we read the multiple files in this project. So it will be easy for me to keep the track which file we are referring. So by referring NBA object, we will be saying that we are referring here NBA data frame. Alright, let's go ahead and read this. So the same type of the analysis you can do with this variable as well, like we did earlier. Something like this, all these, everything applied here as well. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and get the columns of the NBA data frame. So I say here NBA dot columns. These are the columns. So the first of all, I'm just gonna take here the first column, and then I'll be seeing what are the data type of these columns, the type, and so many other things we will be doing here. For example, if I say here NBA and I give here first column name, I'm just going to copy and paste it here. Now you see here what happens. So if a data frame is given and you read just a single column from the data frame, then the value which you will be given here, that is the series. All right, so how would you know that it is series? There you can just simply do here a type and check that. Now you see that this one is a series. Earlier we had seen we used to give this name into a column use or use call variable, and then we used to do a squeeze there to convert a data frame, a single column data frame, into a series. But here we don't need to do any of those kind of things. You need to just pass a variable name. It will automatically convert a data frame, a single column data frame, into a series. Alright, similarly you can apply here for any other column name, something like this. If you say a number, alright, so you will be given here this series. Perfect. Alright, a similar function which we applied earlier, you can apply it here, something like this. You can get the maximum of this number, and if you refer your describe, in the number you had seen, that is the maximum value. Similarly, for a median, you should be given here a 13. If I say here NBA dot number, here it is median, so that's the 13. All these functions which we earlier applied for the series, those can be applied here. Similarly, you can check the data type of this, where I have NBA dot number. Again, it is saying that the data type, the type is series for this one. Similarly, you can check the data type for this. So you can just get it from here, and then you can type here D type, which says that the data type. Alright, so the data type for the number is float 64. Again, you can refer your describe method here. It says that this number, not the describe, but in fact you need to refer here info method. It says that the number is float 64 there. Alright, that's the one way to refer a column into a data frame, which will convert it into a series. Alright, you can also apply other methods to get the series. For example, you can simply do here NBA.name. So you see there is the dot. I did not put any square brackets or any string there. So what I did there, NBA.name. So now it is being treated as the data structure, and then these columns are being treated as the key of the data structure. So there I got that. So why you can't apply this to every column? The reason is, whenever you have a column which have a space, then in that case this dot notation does not work. For example, if it is something like name1, alright, or you can say there team name, team space name. If you have a column which have any special character or space in between the column names, then you cannot apply this dot notation there. For example, as soon as you put there a space, it will start throwing you the error. Alright, because of this one space. Although we may not have a team there, okay, team is also there, but because of that space, you will start getting the error. Once you get something like this, then again the same type of the functions you can apply on this like we used to do earlier. Alright, the data type of this is the object. But now the question is, how would you get the data frame as the single column data frame? Like earlier we used to do the huge column without a squeeze, so those were returned as the data frame. Alright, but here once I try to read my data frame as the single column, it is converted into a series. Just to convert it into a data frame, you need to put it here a 2 square bracket for a single column. Alright, something like this. Now you will see there, this has become a data frame here. Now again, if you put here a squeeze, it will become there. If you put here a squeeze, it will become here again a series. So these are the two methods where you convert a data frame into series there. Alright, what happens when you want to select multiple columns? So for multiple columns, let's say if I remove this double square bracket and you try to read here multiple column, it will throw the error, because if you want to read the multiple columns, you need to provide here a list of the columns. So the list of the columns are something like this. So the list of the columns inside this NBA, that's mean this is NBA, and now we are going to index the column names. Now inside this you have to provide here a list again. So the list of columns something like this. There you have a team and name. Alright, and original data frame NBA was something like this, where you have a name first and thereafter a team. But right now we have changed the positioning of these columns. First we are getting team and then name. That means if you want to change the positioning, you can simply change these positions by this method. Suppose that you want to again put your team after a name, then you can simply do something like this. Thereafter I'm just going to run this. You will see that this name will come at the first column and the team will go as the second column. Alright, so these methods you can use to manipulate the column orderings as well. Alright, so this is all about in this lesson. I'll see you next one.